All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
So, brothers of Great Millstone, New Orleans, coming at you another live camp. Before we get started, we'll give our praises, glory, infinite honors to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, Chakadash, the bond city apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, Thomas and well, and peace, blessings, and salutations be to the whole elect, as well as those that believe in the gospel and may even endure to the end, Lord willing. All right, how to win. So, hey man, we're just gonna get straight into it, all right? Because as we can see, and first off, we're the real Hebrew Israelites, all right? We come week in, week out to prophesy the downfall of America, all right, which known in the scriptures as Babylon the Great, all right? And we prophesy to so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans who are the true children of Israel, all right, according to the scriptures. And as you can see on the scope, all right, we go through the news and different filters of things that's happening throughout the weeks when we come out and prophesy, we can see that Babylon has shooting itself in the foot, all right? And it's going to lead to they're going down a road of destruction that they can't stop. You see, there's Americans here on soil that's divided against, this whole Iran war, all right? There's the nations that are aligned with America that's divided with them on this whole war too. You see, but behind the scope of that, you have other things happening behind the scenes. All right, private meetings. Right, we also in the times of what is a feast of the beast. All right, which is a 2 week high satanic ritual. All right, that the elites follow. You see, I believe it's ending soon. Maybe another day or two, but who knows what's to happen after that. All right, but let's start off with that.
You want the Mark?
Yeah.
This is the book of Mark 3 and 23. And he called them unto him and said unto them in parables. Red letters now, Yahweh shall speak. How can Satan cast out Satan?
Mhm.
And if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand.
Mhm.
And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but hath an end.
Right. And if Satan rise up against himself, right, what's the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan is Esau, all right, the so-called white people, right, according to the scriptures, man. All right. And we can see that they're rising up against each other. All right. You have Edomites over there in Europe, Edomites in Russia. All right. All of these Edomites head these different countries, right? But they're totally rising up against each other. Right. So if they're rising up against each other in these nations, how much more here on American soil? You see? Give me second Edges 15.
If I can add to you, bro. And the other point that you could take from it, we kind of spoke about yesterday, that the fact that they got whistleblowers.
Yeah.
All right. How do you have whistleblowers of your own nation preaching about your downfall, telling you everything that's about to happen and everything that you're doing wrong? All right. We know that that's not going to be a case. We're not going to hear about in Israel of Israelites whistleblowers trying to break down the kingdom, But this kingdom is divided. All right. And that's the sign that the Lord told us that we need to look for. Once we see that this place is weak and against itself, that's when more destruction coming from World War III and JT is going to come amiss. But you better got it.
Should have that. It's Luke chapter 12.
Got it.
It's Luke chapter 12 and 51. Suppose ye that I have come to give peace on earth, question mark. I tell you, nay, but rather division. Right. So suppose ye that the Lord, but that's red letters, right? It says, suppose ye that I'm coming to send peace on earth. The Lord telling you, no, I'm not coming to send peace. It's not going to be all shits and giggles, man. All right. The Lord said he's coming to bring division. You see, it starts with we.
Thoughts?
Yeah, man. Read that again.
It's Mark 3
Off my turn.
and 23. Yahushua called them over and responded with an illustration. How can Satan cast out Satan? He asked. A kingdom divided by civil war will collapse.
Right, a kingdom divided by civil war. All right, and what you seen over there in the 19th century, right, 18th century, whatever, with the American Revolution, right? That's gonna look like a day in the park for what's getting ready to hear for what's getting ready to happen here on the shores of America, man. All right, keep going. That was it.
No, they got more.
Yep.
It says
Read that top part again.
how can Satan cast out? This is Mark 3:23, and the NLT says Yahushua called him over and responded with the illustration. How can Satan cast out Satan? He asked. A kingdom divided by civil war will collapse.
Will collapse. All right, and we can see that the right is divided from the left. Right, you have these actual believers that's believe in these different systems. Right, the Republican system, the Democratic system. Right, these people are totally divided. They can't stand to see each other in the same goddamn room, man. Meanwhile, you have the politicians, right, the plebeians and the patricians. If you could get that for me in Revelation, Kazaki, get that for me. The plebeians and patricians, you know. Meanwhile, when the screens go off and they done debating, they go and play golf together, man. You know, they go into restaurants, have dinner, you know, taking care of each other, kids, you know. But you Americans are gonna be the ones that spring forward this civil war. Why? Because it's totally been divided here in the U.S. of A. All right, go ahead.
It's Mark 3 and my bad, in the NLT. Mark 3:25 in the NLT, it says, how you said again, similarly, a family splintered by feuding will fall apart.
Right. If you have a, you know, if you come from a crazy family, right, when there's always, oh, this cousin beefing with that cousin, this brother beefing with this brother, this, you know, if you come from that type of background, you understand the type of feud that it takes to form. What they say about the family?
It says a family splintered by feuding will fall apart.
And they ultimately just totally fall all the way out. You see, people end up getting killed, you know, and that's the end of the family reunions for that, you know. Well, that's going to happen here in America. All right, people are going to start fighting each other with swords in their hands. All right, all because of what? The Lord says He's coming to send division. You see, and we can see the division, all right, being separated now. All right, that was more.
Yeah, that's about it.
Come on, bring it out.
This is Luke 12:51.
Read
Red
it
letter.
already, huh?
Yeah.
They have more.
Before we go down.
12:51. The second address, all right?
Oh, come.
Yeah. Select.
Second Ezra 15 and 14.
Mhm.
Woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
What's woe means destruction. All right. Destruction to the world and them that dwell therein. Keep going.
Verse 15. For the sword and the destruction draweth nigh,
Mm-hmm.
and one people shall stand up and fight against another,
Right.
and with swords in their hand.
Yeah. With swords, what's the modern day sword? The AR, the AK, the Glock. All right. Over here in America is the number one country that bears arms. You see, that's why anytime a politician gets in there talking about they want to, you know, take their GUN essence, all right, that it's always a big deal. It's always a problem, you know, because these people say, "Oh, I believe in my Second Amendment. We have the right to bear arms." You see, so these things they're going to actually have all of these weaponry. You know these Edomites, these Joe Blows. You know, they go in the basement, they got shit lined up, man. You know, thousands of rounds of ammo. You know, they taking them down every day, breaking them down to the T. You got little 6-year-old, 7-year-old boys know how to bust a gun all the way down. You know, that's the power these devils possess. All right, because what? They was blessed with the sword. You see, you can get that in Genesis, man. You know, but keep going. You want to say something?
No, I was just about to say next. Yeah, I was about to say, and all that's doing is giving fuel to the upcoming civil war.
That's it.
Like, cause it's already here. It just happening. You know, we've been going into gradually. All right, so it's just stages. It's just gonna get worse, worse, and worse, and worse. You guys,
And that's why, you know, DJT keep throwing those like we went into last night. Those distractions out. You know? Oh shit. They catching on too fast. They know too much. Let's fake a assassination attempt. You know? And it's like the third one.
Right.
When has this ever happened in presidential history?
I ain't never seen that.
You know? It's just a big theater with this
Yeah.
guy.
And it was trash.
And it was trash. You know?
saying right through it.
And that's why we know and understand through the spirit that this guy is Nero, man.
Yeah.
You know, because Nero was into the same shit, the same theater, He wanted to be seen. He wanted to be a public person. You know, that's how we know who this guy is. Yeah, he even looked like him, man.
Uh-huh.
You know. But go ahead, bro. You got more than that, right?
Verse 6, the second Ezra 15 to 16.
Yep.
For there shall be sedition among men,
Give me that word sedition. Go on.
innovating one another, and they shall not regard their kings nor princes.
Right. So it's gonna come into a point to where it's gonna be so much gunplay, all right, on American streets that they're gonna seek the politicians, seek the mayors, all right, the governors, these different representatives, right? You have people with, they might have a goddamn bulletin board, man, you know. And when that day come, they gonna come and find you. And we saw that in what that movie was,
Civil War.
it was the Purge.
The Purge.
Which I
The
forget.
first Purge.
No, it's not the first one. When that lady was the president.
Oh, that was, I think that was the second. Like, second one canonically after the first Purge that came through.
Yeah.
Election day. Purge
Yeah,
election
yeah. You know, and we seen that they can't. Hey, man, when that timer commenced, they went straight for her.
Yeah,
You see?
exactly. What she was,
Yeah.
how to get her.
Mm-hmm.
They set booby traps and shit.
everything.
Yeah. Keep going though.
Con.
You got that word sedition?
Yeah.
Bring it out.
And then
Let them bring that word out. Real quick.
Con. It's that word sedition in the online etymology. It says mid 14th century. Sedition, rebellion, uprising, revolt, factitious, commotion in a state, concerted attempt to overthrow civil authority.
It's gonna be a concerted attempt, right, to overthrow the civil authority. To overthrow who? The government, man. All right. It ain't gonna be us. We're gonna be chilling. You know? It's gonna be these people that actually believe in the Constitution, that actually think that there is a Constitution. Oh, you messing with my Fifth Amendment. That's my Second Amendment. They think they got rights, man. You know? You don't got no goddamn rights. All right? That's more.
Yeah. It's a violent strife between factions.
Yeah, violent strife between the facts. You got the plebeians and the patricians. Yeah. Bring it out real quick.
Violent.
This is
Because it
Revelation.
said two factions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bring it out.
It's Revelation 13 and verse 11, and it says, "And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon."
Right. He had two horns like a lamb, but he spake as a dragon. Why? Because that goes into these draconian laws. All right. That word dragon goes back to Draco. All right. Which goes into the draconian laws that are implemented. All right. Harsh laws. You know, things that's going to be implemented. Why? Because it's going to be a total. What it said about the factions?
It says violent strife between factions.
It's going to be violent strife between the two horns, man. All right. Which represents who? The plebeians and the patricians, which are known today as who? The Republicans and the Democrats, man. All right. Man, it ain't no time to play around out here. All right. You got to understand the times that we in. You see that these things are going to become a reality here soon. All right. Got something you want to say?
Yeah, I got this real quick. This is for Esau on his GUN control, taking away the so-called rights of the people. And this is what the Edomites look at. This is the type of statistics they look at. This is just real quick. It says disarming citizens in Turkey. Okay, it says the citizens were disarmed in 1911. Then the government goes on to unalive 1.5 million Armenians. In 1929, Russia disarms its citizens. Then over a 24-year period, unalives 20 million of its citizens, or that may be 20,000 actually. And 1935, China goes on to disarm its citizens. Then from 1948 to 1952, kills 20 million, unalives 20 million of its citizens. And we all know the other one, so-called, freedom of those. Oh, yeah, whatever. We're not going to go into that. Give it satisfaction. That was it. Yeah, that was it.
I had more in here too, but
Okay. Yeah.
yeah, that's back in that word sedition. I'm gonna just get a little bit more. It says violent strife between factions. It says civil or religious disorder, riot, rebelliousness against authority. It says disorder. I'm gonna get to the point right here. It says, listen to this. Literally, going apart, separation. Y'all brought it out. How can the kingdom stand if it's divided? Right? When Israel split, that was part of the downfall of our kingdom. You know, our us just continuing to go further and further down, right? In a worse state. It just broke us up, right? So God, it's the same thing for this devil. All right, he's splitting, he's being divided, all right, and he losing his legs, bro. So he's going all the way down. But you got it.
And read that last part again when it says something about religious.
This says civil. It says civil or religious disorder, riot.
Right, civil or religious disorder, man. Right, so it ain't gonna matter what you been in that day. All right, it's gonna be like they said in the movie. What kind of American are you?
Right.
You know, and this is through the spirit they put that movie out there. You know, hey man, when are you Americans gonna wake the hell up, man? You know, when you gonna wake the hell up? They do a lot of talking, you know. When you gonna do something about it though? You know, hey man, your country is falling apart. Do you think we care? Hell no, right? Because we rejoicing at the downfall of this place. But when are you Americans gonna do something to try to help save it? When are you gonna do something, man? You know, you just totally like we went into last night. You just, as long as you can get that bowl full of wine, all right, you good. You know, as long as you can get that drink. Oh man, they got the NASCAR. You know, as long as you got your bread and your circus, you good. You know, but when you Americans gonna wake the hell up, man? When you Edomites are gonna do something against these other Edomites, right? Give me your Isaiah 19, man. You say you had a precept, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you got, Con.
What?
Spirit.
In that Luke 12, you brought out something. Did you bring out 49? Did you bring up?
No.
This is Luke 12 and 49. Let us see how it shot speak. Right? It says, I am come to send fire on the earth, and what will I if it be already kindled? All right, and you know, pretty much backing up the premises of of the lesson. You know, this place is already gonna be in the hell hole. You know, before Yahweh Shai come back.
Yeah.
All right, Yahweh Shai just coming back to put the cherry on the top, man.
Yep.
All right, but again, it's still gonna be mass chaos in Jacob's trouble, man, between different nations. You know, we got it, bro.
What you got? You got something?
I had Genesis.
Bring it out.
This is Genesis 27 and verse 39. It says, and Isaac his father answered and said unto him, behold, thy dwelling shall be the fatness of the earth, and the dew of heaven from above. Verse 40, and it says, and by thy sword shalt thou live, and shall serve thy brother, and it shall come to pass.
They say what? By thy what?
Sword.
By thy sword thou shalt live. And this devil has taken that literally.
Mhm.
All right. He lives by the sword. Give me a Nahum 3. All right. Because when you look at like the elder brother said, when you look at the track record of the so-called white man, all right, it's just nothing but blood. You see? Give me Ezekiel 35, man. All right. Because he has been what? Blessed with the sword. And who was his father when he blessed him with the sword? It was Isaac, right? But through the reincarnation, we understand that was Yahushua. All right. And just like you can say Yahushua blessed him with the sword. Hey man, he's gonna come back and take the sword back from him, man. You know why? Because he just loved blood, man. Go ahead, finish it out.
And it says, and it shall come to pass when thou shalt have the dominion, that thou shalt break his yoke from off thy neck.
That was it.
Yeah, that's it.
You want to say something about it?
No.
Got the Nahum.
Yeah, bring that out real quick.
This is Nahum 3 and 3. It says, the horseman lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain, and a great number of carcasses.
Slow that one.
This is Nahum 3, starting from the top. Woe to the bloody city! It is all full of lies and robbery. The prey departed not.
And who was the prey? All right, us, man. You know, we've been a prey ever since we've been brought over here on this land. Right? Who's the last hired? Who's the first fired? Who's always the one innocently being killed by these centurions, man? Right? The curse has fully affected us here in this land, man. All right, Deuteronomy the 28th chapter. Go ahead.
It's like real quick. Who's truly in the ghettos?
Yeah. Who truly in the ghetto, man? You know, the slums, the worst of the worst. You know, us, the prey departed not. Go ahead.
Back you up. Remember, look up the definition for ghetto. At least back in the day,
Yeah.
it said what the Jews.
Where the Jews dwelt. Yeah. Yeah. That's on point. And then it says, woe unto the bloody city. And how was this the bloody city? Because this place was founded upon blood, man. Right? You had the Native Americans here already, you know, and you tried to wage a friendship with them and then backed on, man. All right. And what you succeeded.
Yep.
You see? That's why I tell you in Genesis the 49th chapter that a troop shall overcome Gad, man. All right. But at the end, Gad gonna overcome it. You see? Say something?
Yeah, and that's the U.S. cavalry.
Yeah.
All right, and you got the Trail of Tears.
Yep.
All right, you got us coming in on the slave ships. It's just everything happened with bloodshed.
Yeah.
Everything. All right, because he had the power to do it.
Yeah.
But you mentioned your house size coming back. All right, to put it back, take it, and recompense it back on their head.
Yeah.
Got it.
Bring that Ezekiel 35 on.
Con. This Ezekiel 35:5. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and has shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, said the Lord, the Most High, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sit, this must be a typo. Since thou has not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee.
No, it said because thou has not hated the blood.
Yep.
So you know, Jake don't really step in blood like that.
Yeah.
But you know, Esau, he got all kind of left-handed rituals and all kind of things. Children, you know,
Yep.
with the all kind of just, man, you hate to really get into it, but you got to really understand what this devil do. And he loves blood in all type of way. He like to eat a steak, his meat raw, right? He like the blood to ooze out, This devil loves blood. So how much more blood shed? See, that's why it says, where you started at?
I started at 5.
God, it says, it said you had shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. All right, that's why blood is going to pursue you. You see? Trying to see if they got more in there.
Yeah, I'll read 7.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Con. Verse 7, it says, thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate, and cut off from it him that passeth out and him that returneth.
Speak on it, bro.
Con. Yeah, and Mount Seir, who's known for with Mount Seir, Esau Edom, right? The Lord said he's gonna make it desolate, right? So it's a people before it's a place.
Right.
Let me read
You want to read that?
another translation.
Oh, Con, go ahead, bro.
This is Ezekiel 35. So it started at verse 5.
I start at verse 5, yeah.
This is Ezekiel 35:5 in the Message translation. I'm doing this because you kept this age-old grudge against Israel. You viciously
That
attacked.
age-old grudge goes back to Genesis the 25th chapter. When in 27, when Jacob supplanted him out the blessing, his whole MO is I gotta get the blessing back. But when you gave me, you sold it for a morsel of raw meat, man. Food, all you had to do was wait till the goddamn food was done, nigga.
Based off of that, that's why you say, I say in my heart, I will slay my brother Jacob.
Yeah. Oh, you still in Genesis? Yeah, I'm still. Get that. Go ahead, make a point.
He got it on his mind, He got tricked out of his spot, Righteously through the Lord had that orchestrated how it went. And again, all you had to do was wait for your food, nigga. But now you're tricked out of your spot, and now Israel rise to the top, man.
I believe it's the next verse. It's
42. You want me to read 41? All right. It's Genesis 27 and 41. It says, and Esau hated Jacob. And Esau hated Jacob because of the blessing wherewith his father Isaac blessed him.
Right. So you sold a blessing and so you sold a birthright, Salakia, right? And then Jake, you know the name Jacob, it means to supplant. All right. So his name was Jacob, Yikes. You know,
He finessed it.
he finessed you. Then you gonna get mad because you got finessed out the birthright. Then you got finessed out the blessing. Like, oh hell no.
But you sold it.
Right. But you sold it in the first place, man.
You haven't even mentioned that part.
Because that's what Esau mind goes. His everything, like his society, everything is microwavable, instant, right? You don't want to wait, all right? And what's the word? When you to come up, oh man, it slipped my mind. The sand, no, the sand. You know, stay down till you come up.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
You know, you don't want to stay down till you come up. You want it now.
Nah.
What your boy say? That commercial. Yeah, it's my money and I need it now. Hey man, you want everything now, right? But when you stay down, like we doing now, right? As the prophets, we stand down till we come up, man. All right, and that's a title for a lesson. You know, say something.
Yeah, back well, again, what that reminds you, like a childish mindset, right?
Yeah.
And what is Esau liking up to? A child.
Yeah.
A childlike ruler. That's what the fuck that we dealing with.
Yeah.
You got it.
And it says, and Esau said in his heart, the days of mourning for my father are at hand. Then will I slay my brother Jacob.
Right. So this has been in your heart ever since then, man. The days of mourning for your father been gone. So you've been out to do what? Slay your brother Jacob, man. You see? Get it in. You got something?
Yeah,
Go ahead, bring it out. I know you. Hold on. Bring yours out with that translation real quick. Finish that Ezekiel, right?
All right, this is back in Ezekiel 35.
Okay.
Viciously attacked them when they was already down.
Yep.
Looking their final punishment in
Didn't
the
I just say stay down till you come up? So even while we down, this devil attack us, shake us, you know, poison us. You see? Run psyops on us, run experiments on us, man. You know? Projects. Put us in the projects, man. You know? So while we down, this devil still kick us, man. That's gonna be a judgment and a recompense for that, man. All right? That's why your own nation is coming up against you now. You see? Especially you elites, man. You know, you Rothschild, Rockefellers, you DuPont, Gettys, right? All you Astors, right? All you rich, what they call them, the 1%ers, right? That's why the nations are not the nations, but the whole nations took against you. Instead of you sharing the wealth with them, right? You kick them too. You know, Amalek. All right? Go ahead, bro.
Therefore, as sure as I am the living power, I'm lining you up for a real bloodbath.
Okay. So, hey, man, Yahweh by Shimon Awashai said he lining you up for the real bloodbath. You know, which we're going to get into that Revelation 17. You know? Hey, man, and that's cold-blooded, huh? Hey, man, the Lord said he's lining you up. You know how you might be getting into it with somebody, right? But the whole time you might be going back and forth, but the whole time you lining him up.
Right.
You know? You lining him up. So if some shit go down, you throw the first punch, boom, he probably gonna get knocked out. I'm lining your ass up, you know? But that's what the Lord doing to you. He lining you up, man. That's more.
Gone. Since you love blood so
Uh-huh.
much, you'll be chased by rivers of blood.
Rivers of blood. You know? It ain't gonna be nothing nice for you in this after this coming destruction. You know? We get our hands on you devils in the kingdom. You see? Hey man, we gonna kick y'all in the ass. You know, y'all ain't got no ass now, but you know, T ain't got no ass, man. You know?
Come on, man. Cut it out. Come on.
Go ahead, bro.
Okay.
That was it? That was it. Fine. You had Isaiah 19, right? Bring your precept out. We gonna get that.
This is Isaiah 1.
Hey, I'm gonna say this too, because the Edomites who do be holding, like me and that brother was talking, he probably Jake, man. Yeah. You know? But go ahead,
This is Amos 1 in verse 11. It says, thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4 I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword,
Yep.
and did cast off all pity, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever.
Yep. Say some more.
There you go.
Read it again. Okay.
Amos 1:11, it says,
Okay, I thought you said nine.
yeah, that's good. And it says, thus saith the Lord, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof,
Mhm.
because he did pursue his brother with the sword.
Right. And you just never stop. Get it in Obadiah, because we're gonna get back to Isaiah 19, please. I don't want to get off of that. You holding something?
Yeah.
Get in Obadiah 1 right quick for me.
Gotcha.
Where it say on the day when he looked on the other side. You know? But go ahead, bro.
And did cast off all pity.
Yeah, all pity. It wasn't no sorrowful. He didn't feel a pinch, all right, of what you call it, sincerity, right? He didn't feel a pinch of sorrowfulness, you know. He ain't repent either. He can't repent, but
Right.
he ain't, you know, he didn't feel sorry for anything. You know, it was no pity.
Right. I was gonna say that's why the scriptures say that thou shalt have a judgment without mercy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because thou hast showed no mercy, man.
Yeah.
And mercy rejoiceth over judgment.
Yeah, in Hebrews, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, keep going.
And it
Yeah,
says,
this is James.
yeah.
Go ahead.
and it says, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever.
The time for mourning my father is at hand. Then when I slay my brother Jacob, so he kept his wrath forever. It was never a sense of you know, nah, never mind, right? Even when, you know, Jacob ran into Esau, he was sending him nothing but gifts.
Yeah.
You know, like, man, like, I know he mad, he burnt up, you know, but he was sending him nothing but gifts. So when he came, he was like, oh, you know, it's all good, right? But when he came back in the reincarnation again and again and again through the spirit, his whole MO is set out to do was to destroy Jacob, man.
Uh-huh.
All right, was trickle down into us, the 12 tribes, man.
That's why I say it's a great goal fix.
Yeah,
You know, you can't come to a man. There's no way.
there's no way. It's a separation. Say something?
Yeah, I was just gonna say, just to back you up, that you know, and in that story, it had to be like that because Jacob still had things he had to do. He had to finish. So if he came across his brother, and his brother slayed him right there, there was certain things that
Yeah.
wouldn't be done.
No
You know,
children.
upset prophet.
Yeah. You know, go ahead. Say something else?
No.
Yeah, it wouldn't been no children.
But he had children.
He had children then?
Yeah, he came with all his children.
Oh,
and
okay.
He's like, oh, I see all my, you know, these technically
Yeah.
nieces and nephews.
Right,
That's
right.
what gave him a sort. You know,
Yeah.
He saw.
Softened them up.
He was real Yaiqua from the east,
Yeah.
from the beginning to the end. Yeah.
So they want to destroy us.
Yeah.
Like, send them some gifts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when them gifts arrive, send them some more.
Yes.
You know, he buttered them up real nice. You know?
Just chill. Just chill.
Yeah.
Kill destroy the heart.
Yeah.
That's all Jake did.
Yeah.
All that rage. Hey, that ain't
Some more. Yeah. It was like, hey, brother, if I got beef with somebody and they send me $1 million, then they send me another million, then another million, I'm like, you know, maybe
I'm at least chill.
maybe that beef wasn't so bad.
I'm at least chill.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
You know, shit, I forget about it right now.
That was enough at the time.
Yeah.
That was enough.
But bring that out, bro.
This is Obadiah 1:10. It says, "For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captive his forces, and foreigners entered his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was as one of them."
Yeah. So when we were sold into slavery, right, we had to flee our homeland. You was as one of them. You actually were in power. You know, when we were sold to slaves here in America, who was coming into power? Right? Esau Edom. When we had to flee Jerusalem during 70 AD, who was ruling Rome?
Sorry.
Esau Edom, man. So you were as one of them, right? Of course, we had the other nations like what is it, Elam, Ishmael,
sorry.
you know, that were actually set up as slavers, all right, or slave catchers. You know, you had Put, Cush, right? Mizraim in there, you know, helping, you know,
Yep.
all these nations that was confederate, as it says in Psalms the 83rd chapter. All right. They all had played their part, but who was the chief of them? Esau Edom, man. You know? But go ahead,
Fleeing
man.
from Roman persecution in the first place.
Yeah,
Fleeing from y'all, man.
Remember, they got a book that says called Roman Eden.
yeah.
Yeah, so it's telling you right there who they truly is. It just recently they changed their name to so-called Caucasian white people.
Yeah. But even you couldn't escape that shit. You know?
Yep.
So Caucasian go back to what? Mount Caucasus, man. Who was in the caves? Who was dwelling in the clefts of the rock? You, nigga.
That shit used to be glorified at once upon a time.
Yeah.
In them early 70s and 60s and shit like that, that used to be comedy to them to see cavemen and shit like that. Henceforth, the fucking Flintstone shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit was big. You know? But that's they background. That's their history being played out in front of us in a comic form.
Yeah.
You know?
They trying to play it like, oh, that wasn't us.
Yeah.
Nah, that was you. You didn't even know how to wash your ass, man.
Still don't.
Still
You
don't.
know how to talk.
Man, I walk past one Edomite today, pissy as a motherfucker. You know? That's ridiculous.
On you Whopper.
That's ridiculous.
3 days without a shower.
Right.
Talk about just hit the hot spots.
Natural
Right.
pieces. Look into.
Yeah, he said they don't even wash the lower half of the body. They say, do you wash your lower? He's like, no. He's like, I don't wash my legs. Like,
Water just tells them.
yeah, that's water. That's a thing. He said they didn't even know that was a thing till they started talking to each other.
Oh my God. That's insane.
It's a day and night world, brother. It's complete day and night dealing with them people, dirty motherfuckers, dog.
Yeah, but y'all supposed to be the chosen people.
Right, honestly.
The high IQ. Yeah, bring out, let's like it over.
Yeah.
Go ahead, son.
This is this Zechariah 1:15.
I knew you was gonna get that.
Oh yeah, you
I
know
ain't
I
have to.
have to.
I know. I said that in my mind. I said I'm gonna call that when that brother came.
It says, and I am very sore displeased with the heathen.
Mhm.
I'm gonna get 2:8 first, bro.
All right.
Zechariah 2:8. For thus said the Lord Yahweh of hosts, after the glory had he sent me unto the nations which spoiled you, for he that toucheth you toucheth the apple of his eye. It was funny as I had something in my eye today, stuck in my hey, it was making me go crazy, bro. I couldn't get it out either. But that's how much that's how sore displeased the Lord is, you know, what you people for what y'all did to Israel. But Zechariah 1:15, it says, and now I'm very sore displeased with the heathen that are at ease. For I was but a little displeased, and they helped forward the affliction. All right, so the whole time, y'all only got worse. All right, y'all never let up off our necks, never. All right, y'all only put us further to the ground. All right, y'all literally trampled over us. All right, so well, y'all made us even forget our power. Right? This the furthest, this the worst captivity we ever been. We didn't even know our power.
Bro, we don't even know our tribe, brother.
We don't even know our tribe. What houses we come from.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You got it.
We had to live in a world where people hate us. We ain't hate nobody.
Right.
Yeah.
Let them, everybody hated us.
Yeah.
We didn't know why. We trying to figure out what's going on.
Yeah.
Like, man, we went into slavery on these people. Y'all hate us? What we do?
Brother, that was one of the biggest gaps Jake had in their head for the longest.
Fine.
That we saw in school that we were slaves, and now we just here in America and everything is good now. It's like, what happened? Why would we slave?
Fine.
You know what I'm saying? But again, they keep us in that mindset away from our power. That's the whole goal of the thing. Keep us dumbed down away from how much
That was it.
Yeah, that's it.
Let's get that Isaiah 19.
This is Isaiah verse 19 when we start at 2.
Yeah.
Isaiah 19:2. And I will set the Egyptian against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother.
Right, in which the modern day Egyptians are who? The Americans. So when you read that scripture, you can have in mind, I would set the Americans against the Americans, man. All right, what they call themselves today, you know, because Egypt, it just means nothing but bondage. All right, a house of bondage. And America is the chief place of bondage. You see? So we can set the Americans against Americans, right? Brother against his brother. Go ahead.
Everyone against his neighbor,
Uh-huh.
city against city, Kingdom against kingdom.
Yeah, kingdom against kingdom, man. City against city, right? For all of these things, these atrocities you've committed, all these things that you've done to the children of Israel, the Lord said, I'm going to destroy your house, man. All right? That's why I said we are spearheading down the path of destruction of Babylon the Great. You see? Oh, get that. You have another translation, right? MSG. Yep.
This is Isaiah 19 in the MSG. The header read anarchy and chaos and killing. Power says, I'll make the Egyptian fight the Egyptian, brother fight brother, neighbor fight neighbor, city fight city, kingdom fight kingdom, anarchy and chaos and killing.
Anarchy, chaos, and killing, man. All right? Because soon the second letter is the 15th chapter, which we can go back to that. All right? Because they got some more after that sedition. You know? Got that word?
I got the word anarchy. Anarchy, this is the AI overview. Anarchy is a state of society without government, law, or supreme authority.
So it's really gonna be the land of the free then. You know? We're gonna be really free to do whatever we want. It's gonna be a land of the free for all, man. You know?
Back to that second.
Yeah, I said, get ready to see a man desire. If he desire to do, he gonna do it. And that thing. You know? Got more?
It says, we not the Egyptians.
Damn.
They won't know what's going. They won't know coming from going. Then I go to their God items for answer. They'll conjure up ghosts and hold seances, desperate for answer. But I'll turn the Egyptian over to a tyrant most cruel, and I'll put them under the rule of a mean, merciless king.
And we got that. Hey, man, they got that, Lord Will, he's the guy. All right?
Are you the guy?
You came out of nowhere.
Oh, you the guy?
Lord Will, we got the guy in office, man. All right?
Like,
That was
Go ahead. Go back to that cigarette just for too. Go. You gonna have your water, brother? God, man. Hey, man, Lord Will, he is the guy, though. All right? Because we can see the things that he's doing, he's putting into action in the play now. All right? Telling NATO, fuck you. We gonna withdraw from NATO, Oh, we don't need NATO. Hey, all you do is take our money, Oh, the gas price is gonna be a little high, so what? So this is the fierce king. This is that cruel Lord ruling over the nation, man. All right, over America. See, the first thing he did when he got in office was what? The Department of Government Efficiency. Go and do what? Cut money, right? Cut different departments off, right? It's been the jobs is the worst it's ever been. Talking about the economy's booming. That's a goddamn lie.
oh,
Ain't no jobs. Hey man, anytime you got new jobs getting posted every day, but ain't no goddamn body hiring, something that should spring in your mind. I was at the getting a physical done for my job or whatever for DOT, and I asked a girl, it was so packed in there because they had a line for people to do the physicals, right? So I'm like, when I got back there, I'm like, you the only one doing the physicals? She was like, yeah. I'm like, why? She said, well, they had two positions open actually, since January. But they supposedly been hiring, but they ain't never hired nobody. And that's the story of the show across America, man. Because these companies are trying to save money, because it ain't no work for each. You see? They say that in that same chapter, man. Go ahead, bro. Let's get that address.
Start at 16.
Where you left off at?
Yeah, finished.
Yeah, you can read 16 again. We're gonna go down to like 19.
This second is the 15 to 16. For there shall be sedition among men and invading one another. They shall not regard their king nor princes. The course of their actions shall stand in their power.
Right.
Verse 17. A man shall desire to go into a city.
Mhm.
He shall not be able.
So there's gonna be so many they still got the word Draco or Draconian? If you still got it, pop a shot, you know, because that there's gonna be so much chaos out here, right? So much hell breaking loose that they're gonna have to channel the cities, right? You're gonna see tanks, Humvees, you're gonna see roads closed, all right? You're gonna see the breaking news, President DJT has implemented Marshall LAW, you know,
Operation Walmart.
Operation Walmart, you know. These are things that, you know, we gonna, hey man, when he do that, man, we gonna be rejoicing. You know? Why? Because our salvation is gonna be nearer than when we believe, man. You know? We gonna actually see the prophecies play out in the scriptures. Hey brother, we're not gonna get 65, man. All right?
Oh yeah.
We're not gonna get damn near 35, 40. You know? Lord willing, man. You know? This place ain't got that much time left, bro. You know? Go ahead,
This the word draconian from the AI overview. Draconian refers to laws, rules, or actions that are exceedingly harsh, severe, or cruel.
Read it again.
Draconian refers to laws, rules, or actions that are exceedingly harsh.
He had two horns like a lamb, but spoke as a dragon, right? So he's going to bring out these policies, and really, they're already in the play, all right? When you go into these different, what's the thing with Margaret Singer?
Planned Parenthood.
No. Not Margaret Singer. It's in my phone. Operation Garden Plot. You know, it's not that one. It's another one. Oh, Rex 84. You know, all these different policies and things that are already ready to be executed. You know, you can look up something. It's called the Con Plan Operation. It's not Operation. It's Con Plan 20-25, I believe, or something like that. It's in my phone, man. I can't get to it right now. You know, but all of these things are showing you when there's an uprising, all right, against the civil authorities, that there are actions that's going to follow, right? Why you think this devil has just been deploying randomly National Guard to these different cities? You see? And they still here. There's not a goddamn thing going on down here, but you still see them patrolling, man. You know? Because they're waiting on the big thing to go down. All right? And it's going to be easier for them to deploy more and more to get control of the people. You see? That's why these draconian laws are going to be coming out. All right? Go ahead.
It derived from the 7th century BCE Athenian lawmaker Draco,
Mm-hmm.
who created a strict code of laws prescribing death for almost all offense. A term commonly describes draconian punishments, cuts, or policies today.
Policies today, man. All right? And hey, man, I got to say, bro, we get ready to see some real draconian shit, man. All right? Y'all brothers holding?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
This is Second Edges, chapter 16,
That was it.
and I'm gonna start at 19. I'm reading the GNT. All right, it says famine,
19.
epidemics, troubles, and suffering are sent to punish and correct people. But in spite of all this, they will not turn away from their sins. They soon forget their punishment. The time is coming when food will come. The time is coming when food will be so cheap that people will think a time of peace and plenty has arrived, but then disasters will spring up everywhere. Wars, famine, and great confusion. And I brought it up earlier today, when we was before camp, talking about the video that the Elder Rihanna did. You know, speaking about gradualism, you know, that he did on the lesson.
The family lesson.
I believe so. And how he made it equivalent to World War II.
Yeah.
That when World War II first hit the fan, everything was still rolling good for a minute.
Yeah.
All right, but then that same time, that's when the correct me if I'm wrong, but when women and stuff like that pretty much started working and getting into the workshops and shit
Yeah.
and producing for the war,
Yeah.
you know. But around that time, that's when the famine was really hit. That's when prices were skyrocketing and shit like that.
And
But
you had a lot of protesters and shit breaking out too.
but that's when fast forward, that's what we're here now. You know, we in World War III. You know, we're still at the beginning phases of the shit, and we still haven't really got the immediate impact of things. So we're probably gonna reach another point where prices may go down again, and gas gonna look good. Prices, everything gonna look real good for a minute, but we know that bitch gonna fucking
Yeah.
yes at some point.
That's when it's gonna skyrocket. You know, that's what we understand as hyperinflation.
Yeah.
All right, we're in a stage now. It's called stagflation. You know, you look up STAG inflation. All right, stagflation. It'll tell you that ultimately is going to lead to what? Hyperinflation. All right, go ahead, bro.
I said that.
Oh, you got more?
Yeah, I thought you had a point or something. Real quick. Second Edge 16 and 22. It says many people on earth will starve to death, and those who escape starvation will be killed in war. Their corpse will be thrown out like garbage, and there will be no one left to comfort the living. The earth will be deserted and the cities demolished. There will be no one left to plow the land or plant it. Trees will bear their fruit, but there will be no one left to pick it. Grapes will ripen, but there will be no one left to make wine. There will be desolation everywhere. And the person will long to see the face of another human being or even to hear another person's voice.
And it's that path of destruction that you're spearheading yourself to go into. I said this a couple weeks ago. Netanyahu done went to every president. He done did Bush. He done did Obama. Biden. He done gave him the same option. Hey, man, Iran about to do this, such and such. You got to attack him,
Nah,
right? And the Lord put it on spirit for those presidents, right, to not do it.
right.
Wasn't the time yet,
Yeah.
right? But he goes to Trump, and what happens? Boom.
Yeah.
So now we can see the times that it's time now.
Yeah.
All right? Go ahead. You want to say something?
No, that's a good point to say because again, each time that it was those moments was brought up, and to say that Trump was the one to actually go, that's the green flag. That's the green flag that the watchman on the tower was looking for. All right, we looking at that, looking at prophecy. Okay, that's it.
That's
See, this is the guy that we need to pay attention to. And sure enough, more and more shit has been transpiring from us watching, this damn devil,
Yeah, it hasn't been a dull moment, man.
right? At all.
You know?
At all, brother. Since the pandemic, since coming into the truth, brother. I don't know what the Lord did for the earlier points of my life, but brother, just so much dramatic shit has been going on since brother coming into the understanding of everything. But
Yeah, we witnessed the beginning of the NWO.
yes,
We witnessed the world change.
yes.
You know?
Literally.
Go ahead.
I just was going to say, just to add on to you, the other presidents, they all had their excursions, right? They, going into Syria, going into Afghanistan.
Real quick, the 7 countries, the 7 countries in 5 years. You got it? Yeah, yeah.
No, I was just, going into, Syria, trying to hitting up Lebanon,
Mhm.
Afghanistan, Iraq, and we're making our way down to like the last, 2?
Yeah.
Countries left.
Yeah, I think
you
it's is one Cuba?
One's Cuba,
Yeah.
which they're going to be going there soon.
Hey man, hey,
You know.
I seen something earlier that said, I can't. It's on my phone. Shit, I can't. But you go on the Poly Market, right on X, it'll tell you that. I just saw a little headline about something with Trump and Cuba.
Right.
You got it.
Right, because they're one of the last countries that they got to hit, right? Because they had their own, basically separate financial and economic systems.
Yeah.
And that if you're going to go and take over the whole world, you can't allow somebody to be some type of sovereign or some type of safety or safety net for other countries,
Other countries,
or
right.
other people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Everybody's got to be on one accord.
And then to add to you, it was the central bank, right? They didn't have a central bank. Okay, all of those nations, even Syria, went in there and got Gaddafi the hell up out of there. He was trying to establish the gold standard with the money, and they had free education, free healthcare, everything. They said, "Oh no, man, get that nigga up out of here. What are you doing?" The same thing for Cuba. Right, the same thing for all of these countries. It's a reason, all right, that they're going in there and getting and establish their own puppets, man. All right, and the last and the most chief of them all is who? Iran. All right, and they're seeing now. Oh man, it's not what we thought. I was watching the Department of War Secretary Head, whatever his name is, Hegseth. All right, and he was talking, and when they go into those meetings with Congress, right? And you got all kinds, they grilling the shit out of them, man. But he basically telling them like, look, this what we doing anyway, And you can see that the spirit of the Lord is on him and DJT to, just turn this thing all the way up, man. You know? But you had a precept out? Oh, you good?
It kind of passed.
Okay. What you had?
Stagflation.
Yeah. That's it. Yep.
All right, we'll do stagflation first. Stagflation is a rare, toxic economic scenario characterized by a combination of stagnant economic growth.
Stagnant. All right. Stagnant economic growth. It's up and it's down. It's up and it's down. It's a roller coaster. Right? Go ahead.
High unemployment, and high inflation.
Yeah, man. You lose your job these days, it'll be years before you get another job. Which is why you have Elon Musk trying to implement something called UBI. Right? But all of these things are be a part of the system. Right? They have to take away these different countries in order for the NWO to go fully online, for them to all go fully online with the MOTB. All of these countries have to be on one system, man. All right? They all have to be owned by a central bank. All right? They all have to be have the shit set up with the cameras, the flock systems, right? The social credit systems. They all have to be set up that way. You see? So they can see who's rebelling against it, who's not. Who's on this, who's not. You know? That has to be set in order for World War III to just totally kick off, man. All right? And that's what they're doing. That's the purposes behind this thing. Why do you think Trump and Iran can't come to a deal? Because the Lord don't want them to, man. You see? And that's why I tell you, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he is going to be in straits. A difficult position. All right? You got something?
Nah, yeah, I do got some too. I still got that song for you.
We got more in this.
But I just wanted to back up the point, and it's got to happen because we know that that's what Yahweh Shaphat is going to be over there around that land, specifically around the Afghanistan area. But we know that's still in that Middle Eastern area. But we know that obviously it's got to be in Iran, obviously being a major piece. It has to be somebody right here that's going to cause the war if that's what Yahweh Shaphat is going to be.
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia, kind of like.
Thank you. 220, since you said that. Keep going, bro.
It is primarily caused by negative supply shocks, like sudden oil prices spikes that raise production costs, and historically by mismanaged monetary policy.
And we've seen the oil prices go up roughly about 60 to 70%. All right, which is insane. For over the course of since this thing started, hey man, I personally watched gas go from 260. On my way to camp, shit was 389. In a matter of months. 2 months, that's all it took. Gas is $2 more. You know? Got a partner of mine stay in Chicago. Man, that man told me the gas fucking $6, man.
611, I think I saw, or 670. You already know Cali, $8.
Yeah.
$8 or $9 in Cali.
$9, man. You know? What they say, pain at the pump. You know?
Yeah.
That's an omen for how the economy is doing. How the American people are doing. And it's been nothing but complaints. You see? What brings us back to these people rising against, uprising against the civil authority. The people who are in power. You know? Go ahead.
No,
Say something?
it was enough.
Go ahead.
It creates a difficult environment for policymakers, individuals, and businesses as a traditional tool to fight inflation, often worsen unemployment. This is hyperinflation, also an AI overview. Hyperinflation is the rapid, out of control prices increase, typically exceeding 50% per month, which destroy a currency value.
Do that again, Baba Gashan.
Hyperinflation is a rapid, out of control price increases, typically exceeding 50% per month, which destroy a currency value.
Destroy the currency value, right? Hey man, it's only a matter of weeks, right, before this financial system just totally crashes. It's at a point now to where the debt outweighs the amount of money. Oh man, I just lost the thought. It's something with the amount that the economy makes. The debt has surpassed the amount that the economy makes. Hey man, there's no coming back from that. All right. You're actually making less money than you owe.
So you're the red.
You in the red now. You see? So now it has to be what? Reset. You know? But you got more. You see, it says a rapid, out of control price increase, right? And then when the hyperinflation happens, oh, you think it's bad now? Just wait, all right? But see, it's gonna be a record, all right? It's gonna be a world record in the United States of America on how many people are driving a bike on the interstate, man. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
because it's at that point it's gonna cost more to drive your truck to work, your car to work, than you actually get paid. You know? Go ahead.
Nah, literally. Speaking on the testimony experience, Jake dealing with a car. I think what for a full tank for me, that they hit me for 70 already for a full tank. So I got hit for that, and for a bike that I have, it's $7 to fill up the tank. Small tank, but still $7 a day for 7 days out the week. That's $49 versus $70 for a week. You know what I'm saying? And that's motorcycle versus that. So now we wind that down to just a bicycle. And that's gonna save a lot of money. Huge difference. A huge difference. But yeah, man, shit then jumped up. Jake used to spending $30 to fill the tank up. 70 is ridiculous.
Let's try 85, brother.
That's crazy. Jeez.
I ain't seen the brother put 9.
Put more ethanol, more corn in your
This shit.
gas,
Yeah, this shit.
and
running
not
like
even fuck your engine up.
Yeah, I can see that game.
They already set to break at a certain amount of time anyway.
Yeah. They going up on the gas and then cut.
Yeah.
Like, what
Getting
like,
bullshit. Feeding the engine bullshit. Just like America, full of bullshit.
Ultimate nigga. Hustler.
Us,
Man, cut the work. He cut every product. This damn devil ain't got no purity. No purity in this land, brother. This devil cut every fucking thing.
that man step on shit, man. He step on
For
everything.
real, brother. We ain't got no quality in this place, bro.
Yeah.
gangsta.
Go ahead, bro.
All right. Primary causes: excessive money supply, demand pull factors.
He was doing the demic. This devil was printing money out of. Hey, man, he was printing money out his ass, man. Excessive money supply. Everybody. You had niggas out here saying, "Oh, we in a bad gimmick, running up them bands, man." An excessive money supply. Well, congratulations, you played yourself. Stupid. Go ahead.
And collapse of confidence.
A collapse of confidence. Now read that.
When public trust in currency vanishes,
When public trust in the currency vanishes, go ahead.
people spend money instantly.
People spend money instantly. Panic buying. Right? Why? Because they've lost trust in the government. They've lost trust in the president, man. When people don't trust the commander in chief, you're doomed. As the king, so is his people, man. Got to get that? God. That was it.
You got to look on increasing the velocity of money and further accelerating price hikes.
Yeah, price hikes, man. Hourly, daily, you're going to see price hikes. Which, if you don't got the money to buy it, what they going to do? Take it. One domino fall, all of them fall. See? Now bring out that Revelation 6.
What is this Revelation 6 and 6? Revelation 6 and 6. It says, and I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, a measure of wheat for a penny, and 3 measures of barley for a penny. And see, thou heard not the oil and the wine.
Right, and what's that penny goes into the denarius, right? Which represents what? A day's wages, a day's work. So let's say, for instance, you make $20 an hour, right? You work 5 hours, you make $100, right? That's nothing. Hey man, go to the grocery store with $100 and see what you get nowadays. Back then when we was kids, teenagers, man, you used to fill up the goddamn basket. Mom's got the food stamps. Hey, get whatever you want.
Shit can't even fit.
Shit can't even fit the refrigerator, man.
Man, you got Man, that shit is hard as
Nah, you kicking
close
shit,
it. Yeah.
pushing shit, trying to close
Yeah.
it, man. You know?
You remember the feeling of having a goddamn dollar and going to the gas station?
Yes, brother.
$5,
$5,
$10,
$10, 20. Don't say
20.
it. Don't talk about 20.
Yeah.
Come on.
She's coming out that bill with bags.
Hey, yes, brother.
Facts.
I'm older than y'all.
Yeah.
Trust me. I say you them look quarterbacks chip
Yeah.
coming out with a solid. Oh man, I'll eat all
Yeah.
wicked.
I remember when the Arizonas used to be 75 cents.
Yeah.
You get the can 75 cents.
Yeah.
Get you one of those little debits for 25, you good. Yeah. You know, a 25-cent brownie. Hey man, I went in there the other day. Some say, man, just look at the shit, see how much it is. Man, that shit damn near $3, man. You know? Something that was a quarter 20 years ago, it's $3 now.
450-cent kicks.
Yeah,
$3?
$3, man.
Fucking 379.
$3.79. I went in the gas station to get something to drink, and the thing said $2.79. Oh, so all right, that's not bad. I get to the register, this nigga put $4.70. I said, what the hell? I said, hey man, this shit said $2.79. He said, oh, well, just give me $3. I said, whatever, dog. I gave him $3, man. You know? Wow. But Jake, when he get like that, Jake on it's me. I'm taking that. It's mine. Because that's gonna be worth a day's wages, man. You see, a measure of loaf of bread is gonna be $100. It's gonna be a lot. Like the brother said, it's gonna be a lot of hungry motherfuckers, man.
Take over right now, bro.
Yeah,
Spending $300-$400 at the grocery. Bro, that's going in 3 days.
yeah.
Like, you cook 3-4 days, brother. That's supposed to be at least, bro. Really, $300-$400 supposed to be at least like two good months of you straight. Like you straight 2 months, brother. That shit going in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, man. Yep. You know, yeah,
I think that was it.
That's Sirach 10 and if I start at the top, it says a wise judge will instruct his people.
wise judge,
Yep.
right? When the ruler is smart, when he's an Israelite, in their right mind. Let me say that. You know, so, go ahead.
Sirach 10 and 1, a wise judge will instruct his people, and the government of a prudent man
A prudent man is what?
is no order.
Someone that's wise, someone that's smart. You see, it says the government, all right, of a prudent man is well ordered. Everything is in order. All the decisions being made is calculated, right? Go ahead.
As the judge of the people is himself, it's like it. As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers. And what manner of the man, in what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein.
Right. And we can see the manner of man that the ruler of this great city is, right? You see the PEDO files, all right? You can see the sodomy, right? So that's the manner of people that this man is, man. All right? Why? Because it reflects on all the people. You know? That was it.
That's the point. Unwise king destroyed his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited.
Right, and we can see mass majority here. Hey man, if you're not in this truth, you destroyed, man. You destroyed. The unwise king has destroyed you. America has destroyed you, man. The Wadi how about Shimei Shah bringing us back into our true power, giving us this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. Because we was destroyed too. You see? We was destroyed too, man. And without the Lord, we still be destroyed. Just like you Americans, man. Just like the rest of you 2/3 Israelites out there, man. You know? Why do you how about Shimei Shah, man? You know? Read the next verse, huh?
It's Sirach
Destroyed, man.
chapter 10, verse 4. The power of the earth is in the hand of the Lord, and in due time he will set over it one that is profitable.
Right, and that's gonna be us, man. And Yahweh Shai cracked them crowds, Adawan Ratazah, we be a part of that elect and we be saved. All right. And that's what he's going to set over the one that is profitable over the planet Earth, man. The rightful king, the true El. You see? Because right now we got a sodomite. Man, I can't even think of all of the names to call a king of America, man.
Yeah, let's just call him odious, brother.
The most odious ruler in the history of ruling, man.
Look that up.
You
Look
know?
up odious.
Go look up odious, man, and understand it. You know? Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 10 and 16. Woe to thee, O land, when thy king is a child, and
Yeah.
thy prince is eating them on.
You got it.
Come on, man. Woe to thee, O land. Come on, man. So the land is going to constantly be destroyed because it's been driven into the ground to a childish by a childish devil, man. All right. So again, this man needs to get the hell. You know, like we just read in that Sirach 10. Crazy enough, this is Ecclesiastes 10.
Yeah.
You know, but in Sirach 10, like I said, it's going to be somebody profitable. You know, first and foremost, when Yahweh Shem Yahushua.
Yeah, we can see the transition now, the transition of power now.
God.
We can see the Lord setting up as he's rising us up. This devil's been falling.
Yeah.
And right now it looks like a goddamn free fall. You know, you see, you had that dream where you falling,
Yeah. Jump out your
and you just don't stop falling. You just jump up out your sleep. Well, that's what this devil's doing. He's just falling, man.
Like when motor come back too. You know, you knock somebody off the bridge and free fall, they on they that's what he saw you going right now.
Yeah.
Just like when motor come back to you, about to fall on the spot.
I just wanted to say to add on to you, you know, they show you that basically in the movie Inception, where they put you in a dream state. They're trying to rob people's minds, you know, through their minds and their thoughts. And what do you need to get out the dreams? You need a kick. You know what I'm saying? You need something to bring it back. And Esau don't have nothing to bring him back. He don't have no kick, man. He just free falling until his demise.
Yeah, but that's the same for us though. We were just free falling too. Just going with the way, going with the ways of the world until Yahweh shot kicked us. You know, give us that breath of life, man. She came and supped with us, you know. But go ahead, what's your precept?
Yeah, this is Isaiah 14. I'll start at 12. It says, "How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken a nation?" And Lucifer just goes into light bearers, man. So that's just starting with the elites and the bankers of this society, all right? Because they're the ones who had the power,
Yep.
right? And if the ones who had the power fall, then the kingdom fall,
Yep.
all right? Because that's what they was holding the kingdom up, because they're in power. All right, but the brother was just talking about that free fall. All right. Hey, they're gonna hit the ground hard.
Shit, yeah.
Yeah.
You talking about, as he said, he was going to ascend above the stars of heaven. Bro, falling from the stars of heaven to the ground is crazy.
That's a crazy parabolic way to put something.
Yeah.
See, fall from the stars.
Hey, don't they say that at the top?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to 11. It says this verse 11, thy pomp, you know, pride is brought down to the grave, and the noise of thy vows. The worm is spread under thee, and the worms covered thee.
Yeah. Because see, the worm is totally spread across America. You know? This place is totally decayed, all right? It's just waiting to fall, man. All right? Go ahead.
Con. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst speak in the nations?
Yeah.
But
And that's going to be the thing of the kingdom. And our children and our children's children going to ask, like, how is this the man? He was the one that was speaking the nation, that spoke to people, right, with that continuous struggle. Go ahead.
verse 13, for thou hast said in thine heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God.
Yeah.
I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north.
So in your heart, in your mind, you said, I want to sit where the Most High sit. So they actually think that they have ascended all the way up there. You know, literally and mentally, thinking that they just giving the people an illusion that they can escape the earth, right?
Yes.
Yeah, man, there's something called a Van Halen belt. Look that up and tell me if you can escape the earth. Then there's a reason why when you go in those Disney movies, watch those Disney movies from the beginning before the movie starts, you see the little star go over the kingdom like that, right? Because there's no escaping Earth, man. All right, you can't. Hey, man, you think you can just go straight into and go to the moon? That was the second moon project, another psychological operation. You know, go ahead.
I just want to say that's why they made CERN.
Yeah.
They made CERN as a particle accelerator to basically, recreate what they call the Big Bang Theory.
Uh-huh.
But instead, what the elite started doing was using it to basically open portals because they wanted, well, I mean, which you brothers know, Doctor Strange, when he basically went into the future and was looking for every possible a way to win the fight, win the war.
Yeah.
But when Esau, and even Esau said he opened a portal, and he says he's wish he never opened because what he saw was basically, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like saw it all.
It's like, go ahead, finish your point. Go ahead.
But just saying, he basically, went into every event of the future and tried to,
Upset prophecy.
upset prophecy. He said there's no way they could do it. They failed every time.
Yeah, because what happened when Saul did that witchcraft? He woke. He woke. Who was that? Nathan? Was it? It was Samuel. He woke Samuel. Like, what the hell you doing?
Yeah, that was crazy.
I remember.
Samuel, like, hey, man, what are you doing?
Yeah,
Wild out. What? Witchcraft, man.
man, that's crazy.
You know. And and hey, bro, we might have to get that account.
And what's funny about that, I believe, what that was, Endgame or something like that.
Yeah.
What's crazy about it is they went and sought out and searched every single possibility of every timeline, right? And it was millions of them. Like it was everything, every possibility, every timeline. The millions of them, they all lost.
Right.
They all lost. Like it was like no hope.
Yeah.
And Esau, he know that spirit. He know that.
Wizards.
See, they basically pulled, but they were pulling the Independence Day, right? They had what did Strange tell him? He said there's only one possible outcome out of all the ways. Esau, there is no possible outcome.
No possible.
He's just gonna be destroyed.
Yeah.
You know.
The only outcome was to, hey, man, there's nothing we could do against this nigga Thanos. But through the spirit, I perceive Thanos as Yahweh Shah. Yeah.
Mhm.
That's when you supposed to be him and Darkseid.
Dark Side.
He's the Thanos version of
TCC. Okay.
that's what they put Thanos.
Yeah. And with the Lord coming back to take the crowns from the kings of the earth,
Mhm.
they were supposed to be these high mighty ones with these powers. Well, the Lord gonna come and take them powers, man. Just like Thanos did, right? And what he
Snap
did,
of a finger,
the
too.
snap of a finger, And the only outcome that was feasible in their mind was to go back in time and change something, change a couple of things.
Yeah. That was basically them using CERN.
Yeah,
And the-
and that's why I
big
brought that
ass
up.
machine.
Yeah, that's why I brought that up because that's what it made me think about. But go ahead with that account.
This is 1 Samuel 28 and read it in NLT because it's pretty much going to be like in a story form to kind of make it more simple, But this 1 Samuel 28:3 says, meanwhile, Samuel had died and all Israel had mourned for him. He was buried in Ramoth, his hometown, and Saul had banned from the land of Israel all mediums and those who consult the spirits of the dead.
Right now, this is what happens when you lose the spirit. All right. Now, I said this was something that was bad, right?
Uh,
Go ahead.
It says, the Philistines set up their camp, and Shunem and Saul gathered all the army of Israel and camped at Jeboah. When Saul saw the vast Philistine army, he became frantic with fear. He asked the Lord what he should do, but the Lord refused to answer him, either by dream or by sacred lots or by the prophets.
Right. So the Lord ain't answered. All right. The spirit was gone.
Nah.
Samuel was there, so Samuel would always tell him what to do.
Yeah.
He go inquire of the Lord, right? The Lord going to tell Samuel to tell him.
Right.
That's why they say, we always say a prophet that has a higher rank than the king, because he's dealing with who? He's dealing with the Lord, man. You know. Go ahead.
It says, Saul then said to his advisors, find a woman who is a medium so I can go and ask her what to do.
Right now, he brother just read that this was something that was banned. Saul banned it himself, and then what he do? Go back and then go into it. Right? Go ahead.
You said better than KJV right here, verse 7.
Yeah.
It says, then said Saul to his servant, seek me a woman that hath a familiar spirit, that I may go to her and inquire of her. And his servant said to him, behold, there is a woman that hath a familiar spirit at Endor.
Right, which means a witch.
Yeah. But backing up that point that you said that it was banned, but he said that he was looking for somebody familiar to those people that were banned. What you?
Just back you up. Saul ended up getting into the Edomites, but he'll make the laws and turn around right there and break it.
Yeah.
We know Esau is good for making the law, then turn around. Like pedophilia is Salaki. P word is against the law. But who the main one doing it all the time? Same government official.
Yeah. And then you got with that, you got all of these people getting caught up with Stein, all right? E.P. Stein, you know, and they'll just blatantly come out and say, oh, we're not persecuting nobody. You know? Go ahead, Tom.
It says 1 Samuel 28 and 8. This is what I was about to start getting to it. In the NLT it says, so Saul disguised himself by wearing ordinary clothing instead of his royal robes. Then
That's how you know a nigga know when he wrong.
yeah.
You know? He changed his attire. Jake went in there, you know, Jake put the hoodie on.
It's about to say some more.
Go ahead.
Let's paint the picture even more. It says he Saul disguised himself by wearing ordinary clothes instead of his royal robes. Then he went to the woman's home at night, accompanied by 2 of his men. I have to talk to a man who has died, he said. Will you call up his spirit for me? Verse 9. Are you trying to get me killed? The woman demanded. You know that Saul has outlawed all the mediums and all who consult the spirit of the dead. Why are you setting a trap for me? But Saul took an oath in the name of the Lord and promised, and surely as the Lord lives, nothing bad will happen to you for doing this.
All right.
Moving bad. So
So you gonna renege on your word. That's how far Jake go. You know?
go. It says, finally, the woman said, well, whose spirit do you want me to call up? Call up Samuel, Saul replied. When the woman saw Samuel, she screamed, you've deceived me. You are Saul. Don't be afraid. The king told her, what do you see? I see a God coming up out of the earth, she said. What does he look like? Saul asked. He is an old man wrapped in a robe, she replied. Saul realized it was Samuel, and he fell to the ground before him. Why have you disturbed me by calling me back? Samuel asked Saul. Because I am in deep trouble. Saul replied, the Philistines are at war with me, and God has left me and won't reply by prophets or dreams, so I have called for you to tell me what to do. But Samuel replied, why ask, since the Lord has left you and has become your enemy? So I can read that again. But Samuel replied, why ask me, since the Lord has left you and has become your enemy? Question mark. Lord has done just as he said he would. He has torn the kingdom from you and have given it to your rival David.
Yeah. Now read that top part. Not top, that part where he asked him for 15. Yeah.
Why you disturbing?
Yeah.
Uh, 1 Samuel 28 and 15 in the KJV. And Samuel said to Saul, why hast thou disquieted me to bring me up? And Saul answered, I am sore. I am sore distressed.
He was sore distressed. So he was out of options. What make up my next option is to go to witchcraft. Go to the dead, man. You know? Go ahead, bro.
It says,
I was just gonna say just really quickly. You know, Saul always had a problem with basically being a nigga, man, because when the Lord told him to go and destroy Agag,
Yeah.
he basically put the blame on Israel. Now, keep in mind, he's the king. He knows exactly what's going on and what to do and what not to do, because he was given an order from his right hand, which is basically Samuel, okay, his counsel, you know. But what did he do? He deflected. He said, well, you know, I fear the people, the voice of the people, Lord, so I just did what they wanted to do.
No, nigga, you did what you wanted.
Right.
You know, take your king and take his riches and his possessions and be like, oh yeah, I got it for you. No, you got it for yourself, man.
Right.
You know? Go ahead, man.
1 Samuel 28 and 15 in the KJV. It says again, and Samuel said to Saul, why hast thou disquieted me to bring me up? And Saul answered, I am sore distressed, for the Philistines make war against me, and God is departed from me, and answered me no more.
Take your boy off of so, I was watching rolling right there.
It says, and God is departed from me and answered me no more, neither by prophets, nor by my dreams. Therefore I have called thee, that thou mayest make known unto me what I shall do. Then said Samuel, wherefore then thou ask of me, seeing the Lord is departed from thee.
Right. So when the Lord has departed from you, it's nothing that you can do. Give me that one in Hebrews. It said once in light. It said yeah, that's it. Get that for me, Baba Gashar. Because Samuel was once in light, you know. He tasted of a good word, you know, he was anointed, you know. But now the latter end is worse with them than the beginning.
So
Hey,
No,
Saul, yeah, Saul wasn't light.
Yeah.
The Lord was dealing with him.
Oh, it's like
He was dealing with him at a point of time. But he lost it.
got it.
Yeah, this is Hebrews 6 and verse 4. It says, for it is impossible for those who were once in light and have tasted of the heavenly gift and were made partakers of the Holy Spirit and have tasted the good word of God and the powers of the world to come. If they shall fall away, to renew them again unto repentance, seeing, I think I missed something. Verse 6, it says, if they shall fall away, to renew them again unto repentance.
So real quick, so it's impossible. All right. You had the spirit, right? You knew of the truth, you know, as Saul did. He had the spirit, right? But it left him. That's why you gotta pray as David prayed, that the Lord don't take the spirit away from you, man. You know, because you're gonna wind up doing some shit like Saul. You're gonna wind up calling on graham crackers and shit, man. Yeah. So start just calling on goddamn Jesus, man. Hey man, the Lord real name Jesus. Yes, you know. Once you get it like you can't come back until repentance, all right, and taste this holy word, this good word again. You know? It says it's impossible, right? If they shall fall away to renew them again into repentance, man. And you don't get two chances, you get one shot. Right?
It says, see, they have crucified to themselves the Son of God afresh and put him to an open shame.
Yeah, you put Yahushua to open shame. Because he came in, he supped with you. Right? And you wasn't the elect anyway, you know. But hey, that's just what it is. Now you got a double judgment, man. A double recompense, you know. You done fucked up twice. Yeah.
Brothers was doing videos on that about the guy, former Sakari guy, Deacon Makai. Did it's basically not Yahushua, it's Jesus. You know what I'm saying?
Really took the bag.
And not only took, they took the bag, but that's the Lord taking the spirit away. Man.
Hey, like I told this brothers, hey man, them dudes never had the spirit, man.
Right.
Ask me. You know? He never had the spirit, man. From the stories that we hear from our elders, right, different things, because they come up under GMS, you know, hey man, the spirit was never working with y'all, man. You just basically took the breakdowns and tried to make it work. You know, that's all you did. And now the Lord is just exposing you, you know, for the devils that you are, black devils.
Hey, go ahead.
Real quick, and took the faction name of unrighteous men.
Yeah, unrighteous men. Yeah, the Sakari. What did they do in the scriptures that was righteous? Nothing. Hey, they rebelled against Yahushua, man.
Mhm.
You know? Go ahead.
Now I was gonna say when you there's a certain word when you look it up in a Greek goes into sakar, which means murder. I think
Yeah.
the word murderer
Yeah,
means
it's
some
yeah. Backstabbers, some shit
Yeah.
like that. Yeah. Dagger, yeah, something like
That,
that.
something like that. Yeah.
That shows you dealing spiritually. Why would you name yourself after a worldly thing like a deck?
yeah.
Go ahead with you.
Backing up the point that you just made, this is 2 Peter 2:20. For if after they have escaped the pollutions of the world through the knowledge of the Lord and Savior Yahushua Mashiach, they are again entangled therein and overcome. The latter end is worse for them than the beginning. For it had been better for them not to have known the way of righteousness, then after they have known it, to turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them. You know, but backing up that point that, you know, man, you would have did better not even coming into the truth, man, rather than coming into this thing, adding to the scriptures, taking away from the scriptures, you know, shooing the flock away, you know, spreading the Lord's sheep away. You know, you got a lot to pay for. You know, you niggas that's not moving right, you know, in this thing, man. You know.
Hey, and y'all, brother, see how I believe it go back to Dagger, Sakari or whatever. Hey, them dudes, they the same as like basically they the same as murderers, bro. Alright, they're the same because all they doing is leading people astray and getting them destroyed. All those people who they leading astray, bro, their blood is gonna be on their hands. Alright, they actual daggers. Actually, alright, they murderers. You got it.
And we constantly bring it out in the Samuels. You know, we talk about how they were rebels in a sense. You know, but what does it say about the what we bring out in Samuel rebellion being as witchcraft?
Yeah.
Yep,
Well,
yep.
it's the same as
It's the
witchcraft.
same as witchcraft. So
Yep.
again, that's some shit that niggas gotta pay for that shit. You know.
And Paul and Acts, Paul said, ye are too superstitious. Yeah. Believing in all type of things, that's man, basically the same thing as witchcraft. When you know go into it, but you got it, bro.
Is it?
Go ahead.
This is 2 Timothy 2, verse 3. Points and forward. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua HaMashiach.
Right. Because when you come in as truth, man, all right, give me Sirach 2:1. All you.
Yeah.
You know, the Lord gonna try you. The Lord gonna test you. You know, we brought out these 3 precepts, you know, to see we brought out the example, all right, and what happens, and what happens when you lose the spirit. But this is why you have to be made hard. This is why you have to be tried. All right. So the Lord, so you can endure to the end. You know, this is why the Lord has to try you. You know, get it in Proverbs. Let's say, thou givest the friend first. Right? Keep going. Rock it down.
2 Timothy 2 and 4.
Read the top of it, Bible shot.
2 Timothy 2 and 3. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua HaMashiach. No man that warrant entangle himself with the affairs of this life.
So you can't be entangled, right? You can't be trapped and stand with the world, man. You know? Rock it down. You know? Why? Because we at war spiritually, all right? We at war with the spiritual demon Satan himself. Give me Luke 22 and 31, Kazaki. You know? We at war, man. We at spiritual war. And that word endure means to make hard. All right. So the Lord is making us hard so that we can stand against the wiles of the devil, man. Scratch that Proverbs Ephesians 6. All right. Go ahead with that.
God, this is Luke 22 and verse 31. And it says, and the Lord said, Simon, Simon, Behold, Satan hath desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat.
Right. Satan had desired to have you, man. You know? And Satan has gotten a lot of men. A lot of men have been given over to Satan. See? A lot of Israelites in the world, Satan already got them, man. You know? But he wants you. No, you. He wants you. You understand? But it says that Yahweh Shai, you read that part? That he praying for thee?
Not yet.
Keep going. I keep getting ahead.
And it says, verse 32, and it says, but I have prayed for thee,
Uh-huh.
that thy faith fail not.
Right. And you have Yahweh Shai actually praying for us, man. You know? That our faith fail not. That give me that in John 17, I believe. Let me see if get it right quick. Say that, pray that thou art not take them out of the world. With that thou 17 and 9. What? 9?
17, 15. I got it right here. Take him out of the world, but she keep you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Start at 13. This is John 17.
Ephesians 6.
Okay, yeah. Hold back.
John, John 17 and 13. And now now come I to thee, and these things I speak in the world, that they might have my joy fulfilled in themselves. I have given them thy word, and the world had hated them, because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world.
Right. We opposed to this world, man. All right. We're not associated with the ways of this world. You see, even as Yahushua was. All right. When he said he's come to set the vision, that's on all levels. All right. It's been a great gulf fixed between the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and the spirit of power of Jesus Christ, man. All right. It's a great gulf fixed. Those two can't mix. You see? So the world, as we become an opposition to that, right? That's why you got guys out here like Vocab Malone, right? A street apologist. Where does that even come from? You know? But we not of this world, man. You see? Go ahead, though.
Verse 15. I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world,
Right. So Yahweh Shai said he prayed that we don't be taken out of the world, right? Go ahead.
but that thou shouldest keep them from evil.
Right, because we're gonna have to walk through these perilous times that we've been speaking about. Jacob's trouble. We're gonna have to walk through these things, man. All right. So Yahweh Shai is praying that we be kept away from the evil. You see, he's praying for us, literally. At the Heavenly Father's seat, praying for us, man. That's heavy. You gotta understand that. Hey, we got a good chance, all right? We got 144% shot at salvation, man. You know? Yahweh Shai praying that our faith fail not, that we don't fall back into the world, right? Because like the brother say all the time, the world is strong, you know? The world's strong as hell. But it's Yahweh Shai that's praying for us, that's keeping us away. Lord willing, we are the elect, man. All right? That's going to be the reason that we endure to the end. All right? That was it. You got more? That's good. Give me that. That super.
And this is Sirach 2:1. My son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. Set thy heart aright and constantly endure, and make not haste in time of trouble.
So when you come to serve the Lord, you have to prepare yourself to be tested, tried, afflicted. All right? These things you have to be. Hey, man, the Lord battle tested you, man. You got that friend? I'll get us the friend.
Yeah.
That real quick.
I don't want to like that.
All right. You got to be battle tested, man. The Lord ain't just choosing no anybody. All right? He going to try you. He going to put you through things. He going to build your faith up, you know? You have to go through these things to be made hard. If you don't go through nothing, how are you going to be made hard? You see? That's why I tell you in Hebrews 12 that he that is without chastisement is as a bastard, man. Because the Lord ain't dealing with him. You see? That's why when we get chastised, we rejoice in that, man. We suffer afflictions. When we go through shit, it's like, oh, man, I was talking to this brother. You know, it's the Lord that's doing it. You know, so that what we don't be comfortable here where we are, and that constantly makes us what through that chastisement we seek the Lord more. Our relationship with the Lord grows. We're not supposed to be comfortable here, man. And the things that you are used to being comfortable with, the Lord is gonna make you uncomfortable in those things, man. You see? So you don't rely on that, you rely on him. That's how your faith, that's how you show your faith. What is faith? We're showing in Hebrews the 11th chapter.
Evidence.
The evidence of things hoped for, not yet seen. Right? Go ahead, got that?
Sirach 6 and 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first and be not hasty to credit him.
Right. So if thou gettest the friend, prove it first. It said, still in John, back to John and 15. Both.
Sirach
Right
6
there.
and 7.
Get that right. 15. Yeah.
This is John 15 and 15. Therefore I call you not servant, for a servant know not what his Lord doeth. But I called you friends. For all things that I have heard from the Father, I have made known unto you.
So Yahushua called us friends. Now read that again.
Sirach 6 and 7. If thou wouldest get a friend, prove him first and be not hasty to credit him.
So if Yahushua called us friends, right, and not servants, what? But we went through the proving ground. Oh man, he really bought this word. He really bought putting on for Yahweh by Shemar. You see, he's battle tested. He done went through the ringer, you know, and through a process of what we know as predestination. All right, foreknowing that we are ultimately of the elect, whether you like it or not. You know, you just gotta believe. That's why I tell you in Hebrews to put on therefore as the elect, man. You know,
And we're predestination. You got predestination. Pre basically means before.
Yeah.
Destination. Destined before.
Yeah.
Yep. This was
That's
already
how-
set up.
destination or destiny it goes back into the destiny. You know, so before the world began, right before our stage was created, we were already predestinated. God to be on that number, all right, to be a part of your life, to do this. We were born to do this, man. Right? That's why we are inseparable, unmovable, week in, week out, man, to come out here and prophesy, man. You know, being in season, out of season, catching hell, man, going through shit, all for the sake of this, man. You see, it's not a light thing. Go ahead.
I just got that word real quick.
Go ahead.
Back you up. This is predestination. It says a determining beforehand the action of God in ordaining certain of mankind through grace to salvation or eternal life. Read it again. This is predestination from the online etymology. It says a determining beforehand the action of God in foreordaining certain of mankind through grace to salvation or eternal life.
That's it. You know, that's the point right there, man. That this has already been decided. So all you gotta do is just keep walking, man. Keep going through what you're going through. You know? Hey man, we almost home. Like I said, this place is free falling, all right, into its destruction, into its own demise. So by default, that makes us coming up into what? Our rulership, man. You mean that in first Esdras 4:27 up, second Esdras 4:27? Your brothers have precepts? Bring it out.
Yeah.
You got one?
Yeah.
Got it.
This
Top
is this is First Peter.
got something?
I know. First Peter 2 and verse 9. It says, "But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of him who have called you out of darkness into his marvelous light."
That's
So the Lord has done what, man? He's called a certain remnant, right? The predestinated, right? The elect into what? His marvelous light, which is his knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. You know, the truth, man, right? Because we all was what? Once in darkness. One more verse, and it says, all right, verse 10, and it says, which in times past were not a people, but are now the people of God, which had obtained mercy, which had not obtained mercy, but now have obtained mercy. Right, so our people have done what? Right, tells you in the book of Hosea, you know what I'm saying? The Lord would say that we're basically not a people to him, but there, right, basically in Babylon the Great, America, right, we would be called what? The sons of the living power, man. Right? We had no mercy at one point in time, and now we got mercy, man. Through the spirit of power, y'all about to shot.
And it's because of the Lord's mercies that we not consumed. You know? But go ahead.
A little bit more than Sirach 6, and then back up a point you had made as well. Sirach 6 and 14, it says, a faithful friend is a strong defense, and he that had found such in one has found the treasure. Nothing doth countervail a faithful friend, and his excellency is invaluable. A faithful friend is the medicine of life, and they that fear the Lord shall find him. This is the point I want. Verse 17, whoso feareth the Lord shall direct his friendship aright, for as he is, so shall his neighbor be also. But you mentioned the point of fearing the Lord and us taking that chastisement and making us seek the Lord even more. That's building our relationship even more. But that's the point. Whoso feareth the Lord shall direct his friendship aright. Our friendship and our brotherhood is building between us and the Lord due to us doing his work and trusting him.
And that's what I said. Yeah. What it said? Whoso feareth the Lord shall direct his friendship. You fear the Lord, you find what? Men, the other men fear the Lord, the same power you do. The Lord bring you into camps. You become companions with those that fear the Lord, man. True friends,
Right.
brothers, right? It said a friend is not a brother is born for adversity, man.
Yeah, that's probably
Get it?
my favorite one. I know what that said.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Yahweh Shai, like the brother saying, is our faithful friend. And he, like you were saying, he basically brings us to other faithful friends.
Yeah.
When you come in the body, you come around like-minded men, that's ready to do the same thing you were.
I got that too. It's Proverbs 17 and 17. It says, a friend loveth at all times,
That's it.
and a brother is born for adversity.
Yeah, a friend love it at all times. All right. But your brother, the men that's beside you, that's walking the same boat with you, that's why the scriptures tell you that the same afflictions are accomplishing your brethren. You see?
Yep.
Because they going through that same thing with you. Hey man, we admonish each other, man. We build each other up. You see? We what's the word? Start with an E. Exhort each other, man. To continue in faith. All right, because you can't do this alone. And if Yahweh Shai is building up his government, all right, we gonna be a part of that governing body. You see? But it starts where? It starts here, it starts now. Say something?
Yeah, and that's what our relationship is like with Yahweh Shai. Going back to that proving a friend.
Yep.
He showed us he was our brother. He went and laid his life down for
That's
us.
it. Greater love that no man had than that.
Come on. And now we about to do the same thing for him. Because he went through adversity for us.
Yep.
We about to go through that adversity for him. And I had a scripture on that too.
Bring it up.
I'm gonna just let the scripture do the talk. And this Zechariah 13, I'll start at verse 8, but the point in 9. And it shall come to pass that in all the land, said the Lord, Yahweh, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them. I will say, it is my people. And they shall say, the Lord is my power. And that's proving a friend. He said, I will say, it is my people. That's how you know you gained a friend. We went through the adversity for Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. Just like he did for us, man. You got it, bro.
Stood stiffly.
Still stiff.
That's why Edris said, like, look, these are they that stood so stiffly for the name.
Solid.
That's why the Lord gonna be, he's gonna be elated, right? To say, oh, that's my people. Why? Because for a long time, it's been said that these not the people. And tell you in Lamentations, is this the perfection of beauty? You know? Is this the glory of the Lord? You know? But now that we are our sinews, all right, are being laid back upon our bones and our flesh. You see, we not those dead bodies that's lying in the streets anymore. You know, it's a glorious thing in the Lord's eyes to see his men being raised back up. You see, the house of David. All right, it's a glorious thing, man. You know, but what you was holding? Second after John, you got your precept on?
Yeah, yeah.
You had your precepts. You got your precepts. What you got? What 58 had, man? Second after two. Party circle. Give me that right quick. We probably gonna get out of here on that.
This second Ezra 4, starting at verse 28.
Yep.
But as concerning the thing whereof thou askest me, I will tell thee, for the evil is sown, but the destruction thereof is not yet come.
Right, the evil is sown. Okay. Look at the, like we said earlier, great track record of Esau Edom. It's nothing but evil, right? It's nothing but death, bloodshed, robbery, rape, rob, murder. Okay. This is so-called white man track record, right? So we're seeing that the evil is sown, but what? The destruction hasn't come yet. You see? Tell you that in Ecclesiastes 8 and 11, that because the sentence of the work is not executed speedily, it's fully set in the hearts of the sons of men to do evil, man. You see? So it's been fully set for them to what? Continue forward and doing evil. All right, go ahead.
Verse 29. If therefore that which is sown be not turned upside down, and if a place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good?
Right. So because the place that is sown with evil, all right, is not put away, that which is good can't come. You see? The kingdom of heaven can't come until this place of evil is totally put out the way, man. All right? And that's what Yahushua is coming to do. To put all these enemies into subjection and take the crowns from the kings of earth, which the crowns represents the power, man. You know? So that which is, read it again.
Verse 29. If
That
therefore
which is sown, go ahead.
which is sown be not turned upside down,
So if it be not turned upside down,
and if the place where the evil is sown pass not away, then cannot it come that is sown with good?
right. So this place that has been characterized with evil, right, is nothing but death here in America. That's why the scriptures refer to it as the valley of the shadow of death, man. You know, then that which is good can't come. Yahushua, he can't crack the clouds, right? Until what? These other prophecies be fulfilled, man. You see? MOTB, right? These nations rising up against each other even more. You know, we can't get crowned. All right, the kingdom of heaven can't come until this evil be totally done away with, man. You know, but bring that out, Doc. That was it. Yeah, read 30.
For the grain of evil seed had been sown in the hearts of Adam from the beginning, and how much ungodliness had it brought until this time.
So how much ungodliness as Adam, you know, he sinned, right? He went off, right? It says, through that come all.
Yeah,
What is that? Yeah, I'm paraphrasing that.
I know.
In which, you know, we understand that Adam was Yahushua. All right, but he came back as Yahushua and made everything right through the reincarnation, man. He sinned as Adam, he went off, right? But he came back and made it right. Why? Because in his mouth was found no God, right? He was an innocent man when they crucified him. You see? He found it.
I'm getting it. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I think it might say Eve.
I think it's
I think it might say you heard y'all died.
I thought it said one like Adam.
I know what you're talking about.
Damn, bro. I know it's
That's Sirach 25 and 24.
Sirach.
Yeah, the woman came the beginning of sin. We all died. But that's cool. Just get the address, brother. We get out of here.
This is second Ezra chapter 2 and 42. It says, I, Edris, saw upon the mountain Zion a great people.
Right, real quick, before the brother bring it out, right? This is what happens when you endure. This is what happens when you keep your faith and your patience until the end. You know?
It says, I, Edris, saw upon the Mount Zion a great people, I could not number, and they all praised the Lord with songs. And in the midst of them there was a young man of a high stature, taller than all the rest.
What's this young man is Yahweh Shai. All right, go ahead.
And upon every one of their heads he set crowns.
Right, and this is the crowning ceremony. So you gotta actually see Yahweh Shai putting that crown on you. You know, he might be standing there and he might call you up. You know, and he just do the crown like that, and it just like float to your head. You know, nothing but electricity hits your head. You know, it's crazy. You gotta see it, man. You know, that's what we fighting for. This was on the line. All right, go ahead.
And upon every one of their heads he set crowns,
Huh?
and was more exalted,
Yeah.
which I marveled at greatly.
Yep, go ahead.
So I asked the angel and said, Sir, what are these? He answered and said unto me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and put on the immortal, and have confessed the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua.
That's why the name is important. It didn't say names with an S. It said the name. In Ecclesiastes 17 and 10, or Sirach 17 and 10, it said the elect is going to praise his holy name. You see, that's the value of having that. That's the secret passcode. All right? We confess the names week in, week out, man. Tell me, like power is, Yahweh, who he is. Tell me, Yahweh Shai is, and what he's coming back to do. You see? We confess that. All right? Go ahead.
It says, He answered and said unto me, all right, I'm ready again. He answered and said to me, These be they that have put off the mortal clothing and have put on the immortal and have confessed the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Now they are crowned. Now are they crowned and receive palms. It says, and now they are crowned and receive palms.
Yeah, now they are crowned and receive palms, man. All right? Get our blessings, man. You know, for standing the test of time, for enduring. See? For taking everything that the Lord afflicted us with on the chin. It's a greater reward. See? The sufferings of this present time is not worthy to be compared to the things which shall be revealed, man. You know? So it's nothing. It's a light thing. When it comes to the immortal, all right? When it comes to forevermore righteousness, see? When it comes to the kingdom of heaven ultimately being established, we are going to enjoy the fruits of our labors. Why? Because we played a part ushering it, man. You know? That was
Good read off, yeah. Finish that, 46.
Yeah, you got to read 46 and 47.
It says, Then I said unto the angel, What young person is that crowneth them and giveth them palms in their hands? So he answered and said unto me, It is the Son of God, whom they have confessed in the world. Then began I greatly to commend them that stood so stiff for the name of the Lord.
Yeah. So Esdras commended them for still standing on that name. Why? Because no matter what, as it says in Romans the 8th chapter, it will separate us from the love of Mashiach Yahweh Shai. Nothing. Not death, not strife, not bloodshed, not tribulation. These are they that stood so stiffly for that name, man. You see? But anybody got any scriptures or closing points? Yeah, man. You know? And Lord willing, we be of that number that's going to stand stiffly for the name, regardless of what it be. You see, that we endure to the end, Lord willing, man. All right? So, you know, with that, man, you know there's nothing to it. You know that's nothing but fucking Jake. It's a talk, bro. Yeah, man. So, you know, with that, we're going to go ahead and give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Chakadash. Double honors once again to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and peace, blessings, and salutations to the whole thing. A Baba Ball.
Baba Ball.
Baba Ball.
Baba Ball.
Baba Ball.
Baba Ball.
Kwame Yasharala.
Kwame Yasharala.
Shalom.
Shalom.